Hello, and welcome to the explanation of a new problem. So in this video, we are going to discuss the question number 2 of LeetCode Contest 244, which was reduction operations to make the array elements equal. So even though this is a small explanation, I'm just going to quickly go to the example itself to explain this problem. So you are given an array nums, which has, let's say, n elements. Your job is to reduce the elements of this array such that all elements of this array are same, right? So the reduction follows a specific process. What you're going to do is you're going to find the largest element in this array, which is 5, and you'll reduce it to the second largest element in this array, which is 3. So in your first operation, 5 would become 3. Then this array would consist 2 3s and 1 1. Again, in this array, you'll find the largest element, which is 3, but 3 is occurring 2 times. So what you're going to do is you're going to select the 3 with the minimum index now, which is the 3 at the index 0, and you're going to reduce it to the second largest element of this array, which is 1. So 3 becomes 1. This was the second operation. Now again, what you're going to do is find the largest element, 3, reduce it to the second largest element, which is 1. And now this array has become 1 1 1. So since all the elements of this array are now same, our job is complete, and we did it in basically 3 operations. So our final answer becomes 3. In this particular array, all the elements were same, so the output was 0. Let's talk about this array. In this array, we have 2 1s, 2 2s, and 1 3. So we are going in the first operation, we reduce this 3 into 2. Then we are going to then our array becomes this over here. Then we are going to select the 2. 2 is the largest element. We are going to select the 2 which has the lowest index, which is the middlemost one. Reduce it to 1. Then this particular 2 over here, this will be reduced to 1. And then finally this 2 will be reduced to 1. And this entire process I think took 4 operations. So our final answer is 4. Now how to approach this question? Probably one observation that you guys might have made till now is that maybe the index of the largest element does not matter. If there are repetitions in the largest element, maybe it does not matter at all which one we reduce first. If had we reduced the last two, then it would not have mattered. Had we reduced the second last two, then it would not have mattered. What matters is that we are reducing 2 to the second largest element in the array, which is 1. Initially, it was 2 itself when the largest element was 3, and when these 3s were reduced to 2, then the second largest element was 1. Now, another thing that we observed over here is that, just back from this, suppose, just a second, yeah, that is now working. Suppose our array was 2, 2, 7, 7, 9, 9. So in this case, we're going to reduce this 9 to 7. This is taking first operation. Then again, this 9 to 7, just taking 2 operations. Then all these 7s will technically be reduced to 2, right? All these 4 7s will be reduced to 2. So basically, how many times did we reduce 7 to 2? Frequency of 7 times. Frequency of 7 was 4. And how many times did we have to reduce 9 to 7? Frequency of 9 times. This gives us some hint that maybe we need to maintain a map, a frequency map, which will be storing the counts of the elements, right? So 2, 2, 7, 7, let's take 1, 8 and 1, 9, right? Let's assume that this is our array. So now let's go ahead and quickly make a map for this particular array. So 2 is coming 2 times, 7 is coming 2 times, 8 is also coming, 8 is coming 1 time, and 9 is coming. Let me take 2 because I want to I'm going to modify this example like this. Okay. So I think you guys must know that by default, this map would be sorted in an increasing order of their keys. So these are the values, right? So it will be sorted in the ascending order for their keys. What we are, like I mentioned, that 9 will be reduced to the previous largest element, which is 8, the frequency of 9 times, right? So if my array was this over here, let me write it again over here with a different color pen. To be declared. So 2, 2, 7, 7, 2, 9, 9. I'm going to say that frequency of 9 is 2, and I'm going to go ahead and reduce these two nines to the second largest element, which is 8. Now the frequency of 8 is actually the original frequency of 8, which was 1, plus the frequency of 9, right? So this is actually the original frequency of 8, which was 1, plus the previous 2, which is 3, right? So focus on these, right? Okay. Now, since I have reduced the 8 to the previous largest element, which is 7, I'm going to make this change in the array. Now, frequency of 7, what will this be? This will definitely be the original frequency of 7, which was 2, plus the frequency of 8, plus the frequency of 9, plus 1, plus 2, and this will give me 5. Now, I'm going to assume that I have reduced all these 7 to 2s also. So 2, 2, 2. So as you can see, I have got the number of operations it took me to convert 9 to its 8, 8 to its 7, and 7 to its 2. So the final answer that I'm getting right now will basically be 5 plus 3 plus 2, which is 10. So I think it was pretty clear what we did over here. We found a frequency map for our array. We traversed from the end of the map, from right over here, right? We traversed from over here, and we sort of took the record of the previous frequency that we were achieving while we were iterating from bottom to top. So when we reach 8, the previous frequency was 9, which was being added to the frequency of 8. And again, I guess this 3 was basically being added over to this original 7 2. 1 plus 2 was basically giving us 3. So the previous frequency, what we did was we added it to the next element. This is, and we got some answer over here, right? Over here. And the total of these answers basically gave us our final answer. So this is how we are going to solve this problem. And one thing that I stressed on one point, that maps are by default sorted. I stressed on this point because the example that I took over here was a little poor because I already had it sorted in an ascending order. It could be in any order that you want. It could have been like, let me take a pen. Could have been like 7 2 7 2 9 8 9. I guess this is right. And it would not have mattered because the map that you would have created would have automatically kept the keys in an ascending order. So I think this was a very simple enough problem to solve. Just in case if you guys are still doubtful, first let's do one thing. Let's go and try this question on the compiler yourself. If you're not able to do, then you come back to this video and continue from this point forward, because now I'm going to write the pseudocode over here because this is a very small code, and I'm going to write the pseudocode for it if you guys are for some reason not able to code it yourself. So like I said, I'm going to write the pseudocode over here. I just want you guys to remember that this would be pretty much language agnostic. For Python users, basically we do not use maps. For Python, this is for basically C++ users, and for I think Python users, we have something called a dictionary, right? So syntax, I think you guys can manage on your own. I'm only going to write the pseudocode over here. So let's say we took n to be the size of the nums array, right? And now we have a map or dictionary, let's call it empty. Cool. We're going to build the map. So map building requires a for loop, and that is very pretty much simple. I'm not going to write it over here because it would, or let's write it. So for basically for I equal to 0 till you're going to go till I equal to n, uh, MP nums I plus plus, right? You're basically, and it's not working. Yeah, you're basically adding one to the this nums I key each time you find the same element, right? This is basically creating the map. Now all you need is a variable, let's say answer equal to 0. And let's say that you are storing your previous frequency while you'll be traversing from the end to the beginning of the map into a variable called previous. Let's initialize it to 0 at first. So now what we're going to do is, let's say that you're iterating from for iterating. Now you're going to, let's take I also. So you're going to be iterating from the maps end till the maps beginning. Uh, right. And each time what we're going to do is your answer will be, you'll add I to your answer, right? And since the next I would basically be the sum with the previous I, what you're going to do is you're going to maintain previous also by doing previous plus equal to I. This I was basically the value over here, right? Let me go over here. So we are actually iterating over these keys, but we are taking their values. So let me just put it over here itself. So this is map dot value, and this is also map dot value. So once you do this, obviously your final answer will be stored inside the variable answer. So all you got to do is return answer. So I hope the explanation was clear to you, and I hope you were able to write this code on your own. In case you needed to take help from the pseudocode, it's not a big deal. This was a pretty basic and small code for you guys to go through. And yeah, thank you.